Did you spend too much money on Uber Eats? Have you made as much money as you wanted to this year? Do you want to increase your credit score? Go to Pinterest, cut out some really pretty pictures. Maybe it's time to cut up those cards. Focusing on building that emergency fund. Celebrate your wins this year. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sia, and today I will be helping you guys with decluttering and resetting your finances for 2025. So it is the end of the year. Happy holidays to everyone. And something that will be coming up for sure is New Year's resolutions. And what I've already seen is people doing their winter arcs. We're already starting to think about how we can elevate ourselves for next year. So of course, your girl had to do a video on how you can work on bettering your finances for next year and making sure you are on track. So I'm just going to hit on a few key points that I think would help you to declutter and reset your finances for 2025. First things first, you'll want to assess your current financial situation. Take a look back at 2024. How did you do against one, the goals that you set, the financial goals that you set, and two, just in general. Did you spend too much on impulsive shopping? Did you have way too many subscriptions add up throughout the year? Did you spend too much money on Uber Eats? How did you manage your money? Take a look at that. Did you save as much as you wanted to? Did you work on getting out of debt like you had planned to? Definitely take a dump of your bank statements to see exactly where you spent your money. If you have been using my tracker, which I'll have linked down below, you'll probably already see where you've been spending your money because you're able to input your expenses on a daily basis for each month. Along with that, while you're looking at your expenses, also look at your income streams. Have you made as much money as you wanted to this year? Where are areas where you can make more money if that's one of your goals for next year? Income is just as important as your expenses, if not even more so, because it will definitely be able to take you to your goals if you have the ability to increase your income. Two, set financial goals for the new year. Take a good look at your credit report maybe. Do you want to increase your credit score? Is that somewhere where you like to better your finances, or would you like to save $20,000 next year? Write that down. Make a solid plan on how you'll be able to do that in the next year. Figure out what your short-term goals are versus your long-term goals. Like maybe you have a trip you want to take in June that you need to save up for. How much would you need to save up for that? Or maybe you want to get rid of 2 credit cards and you figure out how you want to pay those down. Remember, when you are making goals, to make them smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. And as for a bonus for when you are making your goals for the year, it'd be a great time to do a vision board. Of course, those are so helpful for many people. That's why people do a year after year to actually see where they want to go. So put it all on paper, go to Pinterest, cut out some really pretty pictures, some big money bags, put it all over your Pinterest board and put it somewhere where you'll be able to see it every day to make sure you stay on track. Next, declutter your budget. Now, I touched on this a little bit when I mentioned your expenses in number 1, but you really want to dig deep into your budget and see if you are following your budget effectively. How can you use your budget better? If there are tweaks that need to be made to your budget that you may not have done before that'll help you to stay on top of it, definitely figure that out and do that. If you had a goal this year to save and you see that you didn't really follow that in your budget, maybe it's time to set up automatic savings or automatic bill pay so that your budget tracking is a little bit easier. Number 4, organize your financial documents. This is a big one and I will be spending the next few days doing this. I just want to make sure that I'm on track for everything, especially when it comes to taxes, as I've had different business ventures this year and I probably wasn't doing the best tracking that I could have been. So I'm going to make sure I look over all of those documents, make sure they're in one tidy folder, make sure I have it tracked in either Excel, which I will be doing because it's really small businesses, but if you have slightly bigger businesses, maybe you're tracking it into an accounting system. make sure that is all up to date so you are readily prepared for tax season especially. But just so you know exactly what's going on with your finances too. Are all your 401k and all your investment documents all in one place? Do you know even where your 401k or your Roth IRA is going? Like, did you roll over your 401k from your previous job? Make sure you have all of that information in one central place so that you can easily manage that. Another added point to that is maybe you want to consolidate your accounts. Maybe you have too many bank accounts that you're managing and it's not really efficient for what you're trying to do. Maybe you want to consolidate those accounts. Maybe you have a lot of credit cards and they're high interest. Maybe it's time to consolidate your debts. Really take a look at every piece of your finances and try to clean it up. Speaking of debt, number 5 is tackling your debt. Just like I said, if you do have a bunch of high interest debt, maybe it's time to look into refinancing or consolidating your debt. Definitely make a payment plan for your debt, whether you want to do the snowball method or the avalanche method, whatever works for you, make a plan, stick to it. If you are drowning in debt, obviously right now is probably a great time to decide maybe it's time to cut up those cards or just unlink them from wherever you're spending too much so that you will stop using the debt and stop accumulating debt. And with that as well, there are so many reasons why people overspend and create more debt in their lives. And I don't know why you do it, or maybe you don't even know why you do it. Maybe it's time to really assess yourself and figure out why you are spending more money than you have. Are you trying to keep up with people, keep up with the Joneses? Are you trying to make your lifestyle look different? Is it just really tough right now, which it is for a lot of people, to just keep up with your daily living expenses? How can you increase your income to avoid that? How can you cut some of your expenses, hopefully, possibly, to avoid that? Really take a look at why that would be. Next, if you are not focused on debt, or even if you are, you'll still probably want to look at your savings and investment plan. Have you saved? Have you fully funded your emergency fund, which is really important? I know some people say $1,000 is enough to have in your emergency fund. I'm leaning more towards having 3 to 6 months of your expenses in your emergency fund because times have been really crazy. I'm sure everyone already knows that or has seen that, especially on TikTok with a lot of people talking about layoffs and stuff. And if you can, I would suggest, or at least what I have been doing lately, is focusing on building that emergency fund for 3 to 6 months of my expenses. Next, you may want to rebalance your investment portfolios. Take a look, assess your portfolios. Maybe you want to change your asset allocations, maybe not, but definitely take a look, make sure it is aligned with your goals. As I mentioned earlier, which is the next topic, I think we may be on number 7 or number 8, plan for taxes. You'll want to review your tax withholdings for the upcoming year or for your next paycheck. Make sure it is where you want it to be and reflects where your life is right now, whether you're single or head of household, etc. Definitely look into your tax deductible contribution, whether it's fully funding your HSA, your retirement accounts, or if you want to, for the end of the year, to contribute or donate to charity, which of course can be used as tax write-off. And finally, which is what we're doing right now, is to create a year-end financial ritual. Sit down, do the reviews, your budget, your plans for next year. Definitely think about where you succeeded this year, where you can improve. Celebrate your wins this year. No matter how big or how small they are, they deserve to be celebrated. Definitely work on shifting your mindset towards money and budgeting. Remember that it is a tool that allows you to spend and save and invest in the way that future you will thank you later. If you have some big life adjustments coming up in the next year, save for that, plan for that. Whether it's a new baby, a new house, traveling, moving, etc. Don't forget to put all of those into your upcoming yearly budget and plan. And finally, remember that this is a personal journey. That's why it is called personal finance. Do what is best for you. Block out people that are just, flexing online. You never know what's really going on in their life. And even if they are doing better than you, that's okay. As long as you focus on yourself, you will get to where you want to be. Thank you so much for watching and have a happy healthy, abundant holiday. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next year. I will be doing a video after this going through what I spent in 2024. If you're interested to see how I spent my money, Lord help us all, definitely go watch that video. That should be out hopefully soon after this one. Love you guys. Bye.